Spectrum here in Philadelphia, where the Penguins are playing the Philadelphia Flyers. In between periods, an opportunity to talk to Penguin defenseman Jimmy Paek. And, of course, a storybook year for you last year, Jimmy, with the Penguins and winning the Stanley Cup. But we're on to this year now, and I've got to ask you, your first full year in the National Hockey League, how you're feeling and whether or not you're feeling comfortable on the ice under interim coach Scotty Bowman.
Scotty is, again, he's shown a lot of confidence in me, just like Badger Bob had. And he's putting me out there in key situations, and I'm playing quite a bit, so it's a lot of fun this year.
Jimmy, playing both sides of the fence at times, but it seems to me you're probably a little more comfortable on the left side if you get a chance.
Yes, I've been playing left side basically all my life, but playing the right side, it's a challenge, and it's a different game over there, so it's tough getting used to, but I'm getting used to it right now.
Jimmy, what makes it so different playing the other side? I know you're a left-handed shot. That certainly comes into play.
Yeah, for one thing, I'm always on my backhand. If the puck comes around the boards, I'm on my backhand, and just reading the play, it's a different kind of situation when you read the play on the right side.
You've been used in penalty-killing situations and also other things, and I probably just got to ask you, what do you think your strongest assets are as a defenseman?
Well, that right there, being a defensive defenseman, trying to block the shots or trying to prevent the puck from going into our net, and rather than putting the puck into their net.
Jimmy, playing with the players that you have with the Penguin squad and the immense amount of talent on this team, I imagine even you have to sit back and just kind of gawk, if you will, and look at some of these people, the way they can play the game.
Oh, just like the other night when Mario scored that goal, I was just like, can't believe it. He seems to amaze me every game, every day.
In the off-season, Jimmy, you went back to Toronto and had a group of Korean kids, I believe. Can you tell us a little bit about that story? And I guess you went to Korea and how that all developed?
Oh, that was a lot of fun this year. It was kind of put together quite quickly, but I took over an elementary grade, middle school, and high school Korean Canadians over to Korea for a hockey tournament. We played against the Koreans over there, and it was exciting and fun to see that the Koreans are coming along at their hockey programs, and it was just a lot of fun.
I know you went over there. The ice is it's a big difference, isn't it? There's subtle differences between the two games.
There's quite a difference, actually. When I first went over there when I was 13, they didn't have any Zambonis or anything like that, and the potholes they had on the ice, they would fill them with sand instead of refilling them with ice. So it was quite different, but they've come a long way now. They have a beautiful arena there, and Zambonis, and so it's quite exciting for them.
Jimmy, the folks in Pittsburgh, I'm sure, are familiar with you already, but you've done a lot of work, even in the short period of time that you've been with the club, with the kids in Pittsburgh, haven't you?
Well, we had that clinic last week there, and it's just a lot of fun for me. It's enjoyable to teach little kids what I like doing best, and hopefully they can learn something from me.
When you were growing up, did you ever have that opportunity to be in a clinic or things like that you learned from?
Oh, I attended hockey schools with all the stars, and when I was a kid, I used to love going to see the Toronto Maple Leafs, actually, and it was just a lot of fun for me.
Jimmy, I got to ask you this. I remember when you were with the Penguins and Bob Johnson was here, and Bobby said, I like that Paek kid, I like that Paek kid. And well, eventually he went down to the Canadian team, and he brought you back, and you did just a fine job in the playoffs. Any stories you can relate to Bob Johnson about your relationship with him?
Well, he gave me the opportunity to be in the NHL and to get a Stanley Cup ring, and he let me grow as a person. Sending me off to Team Canada, I think, was the best thing that ever happened to me. I grew as a person, and I grew in the game, and then when I came back here, he was just positive towards me, confidence, and be ready, Jim, be ready, you're ready to go, and so he just showed a lot of confidence in me, which really helped.
Jimmy, I appreciate you taking the time to be with us, and best of luck all the rest of the way, and even on the right side.
Thanks.
All right, Jimmy Paek's been our special guest, and we'll have more hockey here from the Spectrum in Philadelphia in just a moment on the Penguins Hockey Network.